So there's no secret that Tiffany Henyard loves the police department. You know what I'm saying? The overtime is immaculate. If you're a police officer in Dalton and you're one of her lackeys, you know what I'm saying? You're living life on easy mode. Things are good. Life is good. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain. All praise to Henyard, you know what I'm saying? But there's been circulation around the internet about Tiffany Henyard's 24/7 police detail. And apparently this was a problem for the Board of Trustees years ago. I'm talking this has been a problem. And the problem with this is I never understood, like, okay, who cares if she has a 24/7 detail? But the thing is, the city is so small that the police officers only have a certain number. You know what I'm saying? So they actually notice when some officers are not on the streets patrolling. So I want to take this back. Of course, Kiana Belcher in yellow, she is on Tiffany's ass 24/7, and she brought the motion forward. And you kind of see the back and forth between these two. Something about Kiana Belcher, I don't know if she doesn't like the practice of Tiffany Henyard, like her practices, or if she just doesn't like Tiffany Henyard, because she specifically seems to have just this thing about Tiffany. And I know everybody doesn't like her, but specifically the smiling, the it's like I can feel the hatred like through the TV screen. I don't know. You guys tell me if there's something different between those two. Who knows? Maybe they have history. Let's check this thing out.
Next on the agenda is a special item from Special Board of Trustees meeting September 27, 2021, a directive motion regarding police protection. So this was Trustee Belcher, so I guess the floor is yours.
Well, we discussed it at the special meeting, so it's a matter of voting on it or to make a decision if the board wanted to take it into executive session, but it's really a matter for voting right now.
We all know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what we're talking about at this point. So it's kind of like funny. It's funny how they tiptoe around the problem, the elephant in the room. You know, we don't want you having a 24/7 detail, but they tiptoe around it. Well, you know, we had already brought it up, and you know, it's just up to us to vote on it. And you can tell they're not scared of her, but you can tell they know if they say the wrong thing, she's gonna blow up. So let's try to do this as diplomatically as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's up to you guys. You tell me what you would like to do. Is no ordinance or resolution on here, so I didn't understand what your directive was because y'all have nothing together as it relates to this item. So
The original one came with the meeting when we had the special meeting, Mayor. It was attached to it.
yeah, it's no ordinance on it. It's just something like someone wrote something. So I did confer with the attorney, and the attorney stated there is no directive. So was it an ordinance form, a resolution? It has nothing at the top. Like how when we read all these items, it say ordinance number or resolution. Your item don't have that. It's just like someone wrote a paragraph making a statement.
So we can discuss it. I'm asking the board members if you want to discuss it in executive session or.
Well, we already discussed it. So if it's
okay.
So if you guys' mind is made up, right? But hear me out. If you guys' mind is made up and you feel that this is something you want to do, let's move forward and keep it moving. I don't want to prolong the meeting any longer because we're at the end. So I still stand the same way I have before. I'm a single mom. You all know that, with a 2-year-old daughter. So for you all to even think or consider removing something like that from myself that's given to everyone in the nation as relates to when you're in politics, it comes with the title. It ain't nothing that I just made.
Now, I was looking around. Apparently, there's rumors, there's speculations that there were some threats that came toward Henyard. But you guys put in the comments, do you think that she really needed police protection, like outside of her house, like everywhere she goes? I honestly don't think that, you know what I'm saying? This is not Donald Trump. This is not a presidential candidate. There's not a hitman out the window trying to shoot you through the side. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Who's going to want to hurt your daughter? And I mean, come on. Let's be real. It's a black community. a little black girl, you're using this as a talking line. Nobody's going to do anything to your daughter. Let's be real about that, right? Come on.
Up and cat. So you guys know about the threats, you know about everything, and y'all broadcast everything here to the public, the last board meeting, and what you think happened after that. So all I'm saying to you is that y'all should take that consideration. And for you to be a woman yourself, Trustee Belcher, it's a shame for you to even try to go this route. So I guess everybody mad. Hold on. I guess everybody upset because I didn't pay for you guys' hotel rooms. So I guess this is your way of trying to get back at me over police detail, which I feel is.
And you see the way she thinks? She thinks in retaliation. This is a place of work. And this is you guys' way of getting back at me. Honestly, bro, if you're thinking in that way, I know you're capable of operating in that way. This is you guys getting me back. Come on. That must be the most petty shit on the planet to get somebody back from. And that's something to get fired for. That is literally retaliation. Like, come on. You can't do that. But Henyard, shit, she don't know the difference. She doesn't know what retaliation is in the workplace. Shit, because she does it all the time. She'll get you fired. She'll replace you. If she don't like you, you're fucking out of here. You stand up against her, she'll do her best to get you out of here. Oh, and I have to point out, somebody in the comments, bro, you guys are fucking hilarious. Somebody said Henyard is basically Lil Wayne with a wig and no face tattoos. I almost fell the fuck out. You guys are insane. But then I looked at it and I was like, damn, bro. Lil Wayne, no face tattoos, with a wig. That's Tiffany Henyard, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to whoever commented that. That shit was ridiculous. I cannot. You guys are actually crazy.
I do feel that that's beneath you guys, and I'm not going to stoop to the level because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I need to do because I'm going to protect myself and my daughter, which is my family, that you guys are putting at stake by putting on this clown show as it relates to my safety. I don't appreciate it. I said that before. I'm going to say it again. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. So I just pray that nothing happens. I'm going to move this forward to Chief Collins real quick. He's going to make his statement. We'll make all our statements for the record. Then y'all can make y'all vote. Chief Collins, you have the floor.
Okay, now if you guys don't remember this, I'm just going to jump you back to date. I'm sure everybody over there knows, but to everyone who watches and doesn't know, this is the chief before Chief Lacey. So this is Collins. I believe he got, I know he's in a different state working. And, you know, I guess he had to keep his tax bracket the same place. You know what I'm saying? So he had to move out when he didn't get this job. But, yeah, this is the chief before Baldy Lacey. Let's continue.
The one thing that I will say is, as it pertains to the state statute and when it comes to threatening public officials, it does move it into a different level from misdemeanors into felonies. But the one thing I won't do is shift the police department into a political arena. If someone needs protection because of a threat, a real threat, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to protect whoever it is. And that would be pertaining to any other village official that came under those type of circumstances. The fact that it being the mayor, it just happens to be the mayor. Some things happened, some things were proven, and we have to act as a police department on the things that we must do. So that's where I'm going to leave it.
Thank you.
All right, and then next I'm gonna give Attorney Shantae Rames the floor. She has a legal opinion of this as well. Then you guys can vote.
So we were. Okay. So we were asked to review this also to see if there was any impropriety with respect to providing the protective service. And we're in agreement, obviously, with Chief Collins regarding the threat to public health and safety of an elected official. There will be nothing improper or illegal about it, particularly given the threats that have been made to the mayor in her official and personal capacity. And given that, obviously, she's a mother with a young child, we feel that there's nothing improper about what's being done. And it is something that, again, as Chief Collins indicated, this is something that is not new. It's ordinary and customary to provide protective services to officials when they're acting in their official capacity and where it's deemed appropriate by the law enforcement.
Thank you.
All
I just
right.
have one question that no one has yet answered. We asked how long. The last meeting, we were saying how long.
Okay, and I
Will this
stated
continue?
Sure, I answer, and I answered it then. I stated that in the previous past mayor, he had it for his term, so it would go with my term. It ain't nothing I made up. It's just
She wants that 24 protection her entire term, and she wants it next term. Listen, she wants to be bougie. You think this is nothing but a fashion statement to her. I'm 90% sure you think she's actually scared that somebody's going to come and hurt her? Maybe now she is. At this point, give her the protection. At this point, I'm very sure that it's very reasonable to give her little protection that she needs because everybody hates her. But at this point, come on. She wanted that chip for a fashion statement. You guys see the pictures. The pictures say 1,000 words. You guys see the pictures. Come on now.
something that came with my seat when I became mayor. So for you guys to want to take it away for whatever reason, I'm not understanding. They're not doing anything extra. It's the same thing as when a police officer go in to work for a detail. They basically give an assignment. The assignment is to protect the mayor. So that's where we are with it.
You saying Riley had protection?
He did. He had Pete Zeno's. Trustee Belcher knows that.
So 24 hours.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he had Pete Zeno. Yes.
Okay. I don't remember that one, but since you said it, I don't remember that.
All right. Anyone else? So we can call the roll. Anyone else have a statement? Okay. That's what we calling the roll. We don't have a resolution or ordinance. So what are we calling it for?
They want to vote, they have a motion. They have a motion
So
on there, so
you guys need a resolution or ordinance?
It's kind of funny how she's the mayor, but she has an attorney with her at all times. It's almost like she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, right? Should we call the should we call the roll? What we do? Well, there's no ordinance on it, so she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, bro. This is another example. This is being live streamed. I mean, at least kind of understand what's gonna happen. Try to look smart. Like, I don't know, maybe the mayor isn't supposed to know all the functions and the processes, but I would think that she would know what to do when someone brings up a topic that someone needs to vote on. Like, okay, we need to vote on this. Someone brought this up. I would assume she just knows what to do with that. She's over here asking for help. You could tell what she did in high school. She was asking for answers.
What else?
they can vote on the motion as it's presented.
So she stated that you can vote on the motion as it's presented. So can you would like to make a motion, Trustee Belcher? And I'm glad it came to you in a joke. So keep smiling. Go ahead.
Yes, I would love to make a motion
Okay.
for the police directive.
All right. Is there a second?
A second.
All right. There's a motion and a second. Can you please call the roll, Clerk Key?
Just for clarity, is this a motion to move forward or?
Go ahead, clear it up, Trustee Belcher.
Well, actually, per the village administrator, when via email, she wanted to discuss it in executive session because of the fact of we wanted to know how long it was going to be and some other things when we still were going to vote on it. So at this point, if it's just to move on, whatever the case may be, we're voting to stop the 24-hour direct police directive or detail or however you want to say it. We could have took it into executive session because I don't think anybody wanted not to let you have it. It was the matter of how much it's costing, and you have one police officer sitting on your house. So while you were, saying everything you had to say, if it went into the executive session, we could have got all the votes of what we were actually trying to do. But you do whatever you want, as you always do, Mayor.
And I will. So, I'm going to protect.
She said, and I will. See, I mean, she said exactly what we were thinking. She's going to do whatever the fuck she wants. And this is a recurring trend. She said they need to put it into an executive session. I'm sure that was just something to talk specifically about that. You guys let me know if I'm wrong. But what she does is she doesn't officially do any of these things. She just wants to talk about it, get everybody's temperature, and move on and just get heard in the past. Recently, very recently, like 2 meetings ago in the Thornton Township, they wanted to get some ordinances added to her spending budget. She completely ignored the entire topic. She didn't even add it. What did she do here? She didn't even add the section to where they could really discuss and talk about it and limit some hours and do this and do that and the other. She doesn't even entertain it, which is wild to me. Why even have a board of trustees if they have no power? You take away their view of the spending. You know what I mean? You don't let them pass anything. You make an agenda excluding 3, 4, 5 different things that they want to cover. Why even have a board of trustees? Fuck it. I think I said this before. Her and Keith Freeman and her lawyer can run the town. That's what's happening anyway. You know what I'm saying? She's too stupid, so she's just a bobblehead who smiles and does the little heart dumbassery. And then she has Keith Freeman to steal all the money, pad her pockets real quick. And then she has the lawyer to clean up whatever bullshit and whatever legal processes that she doesn't understand. Dream team, 3 people. Fuck the board of trustees. They're not doing shit. In her head, that's how she's operating. But let us continue. It gets better.
Myself and my child. So whatever you decide to do here, go right ahead. And as it relates to 24 protection, I do not have 24 protection. That's for the record. So stop putting that out there because I don't. But see how you just said I got one person on my house. This you just tell information to people. So whatever people trying to do. That was
discussed in the last meeting. Please go back and look at it.
Okay, exactly. And you put it out there then. So that's my point to you. So since then, what you think happened, Trustee Belcher? Another threat.
I really don't care.
I know you don't care, and that's the problem. You're a woman. That's sad that you don't care what happens to other women, and you sound about it. That's a joke. You shouldn't be like.
One thing about Belcher, I said it at the beginning of the video. She has some real, like, I understand that Tiffany, whatever, but Belcher, she got some anger issues. I'm just going to be real with you. The way she smiles at you when she's uncomfortable, she smiles in the face of discomfort every single time. The biggest smile. That shit creeps the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. Shout her out. Don't come after me, Belcher. Love you. Love you. But she scares me. That's all I'm going to say.
Because I wouldn't treat any of you like that. If anybody was ever threatened as it relates to my board, I would still protect you regardless of my dislike or discord with any of you. I never treated you like that. When you was in that car accident, Trustee Belcher, I called you. I made sure you was okay. When Brittany got COVID, I called her, make sure she was okay, offered you all food and anything else that you needed from me as mayor. Because guess what? I am a woman. I am a mother first before any of this political garbage. So stop with the politics. Don't play politics with my family or my life. So I mean that to all of you. So now y'all make y'all vote because I'm going to do what I need to do as a parent first.
Anyway.
Call the roll, Clerk Key.
I got a question.
I know she did that. She did the little mic drop on him. She felt like a G, pimping. Look at her face right now. I really spit it on him. I really told him what the fuck was going on. I really told him what the fuck was going down. I will say Kiana has this thing against Henyard very deeply. Something's not right between those two. Something happened. They got into a fight 10 years ago. One of them took one of each other's man. One stabbed the other in the back. Something happened between those two. I'm 80% sure that these two have some history that they don't really openly talk about. But that's all speculation. All speculation from AG. Don't take that and run with it. I have no idea. It's just an idiot bumbling on YouTube. But let's continue.
Real quick, I got a question. I thought we was going to executive session. I know that's what the administrator said.
No, the administrator, number one, let me clear that up. The administrator did not.
Executive session. What did I say? She overrides anything that has the possibility of going against her. She doesn't put it on the schedule. Ordinances that people want to add, she doesn't put it on the schedule. She goes straight through her little short schedule and gets the fuck out as soon as possible. And it's been working for 4 years.
I'd say that Trustee Belcher stated she wanted to go to closed session. So then she called back and
as
said,
Administrator Cook.
Let me finish, please. So then she stated she wanted to go to closed session. She then called back or however their conversation went, and she said she wanted it on the agenda for a vote. Again, I asked the attorney about it. Y'all had no directives as it relates to a resolution or ordinance. It was just a motion to do what? So normally when you make a resolution or ordinance, you tell us what you want to do. All you did was write a paragraph. Not in high school. You got to put resolution and ordinance on it so we know what we're doing. This is a government. So for you guys to want to take the detail or the security from me, like I said, go ahead. Like, let's move forward so we can stop putting my personal business out there as relates to my faith. Call the roll, Clerk Key. Let's go.
Okay, trustee Steve,
Aye.
trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Holmes.
And you know Andrew Holmes is her little lap dog, her lap puppy. If you guys don't remember, Andrew Holmes, the guy with the allegations. And what can we say about him, bro? You know, stereotypes exist for a reason. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just pull up a picture of Andrew Holmes, take a good look at him, and take in the stereotype. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he didn't do it, but I wouldn't leave my woman around him. That's all I would say.
Trustee Holmes, unmute yourself. Okay,
While he's unmuting, trustee Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
and trustee Holmes again. I see he's here, but he's on mute.
Yeah. Okay. So there we have it. Y'all get ready, wave at the officers as y'all see them because they will still be around me. So thank you guys again. Next we have, is that five to one? Cookie?
I'm sorry.
That was 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, here's trustee Holmes now. Okay, 1 second.
I'm back at a restroom break. Okay, what are we doing now?
We're we are voting on the Board of Trustees to remove police protection from myself, and it's on the floor to remove it. That's what the issue is right now. So can you recite it back for Clerk Key?
No. She's okay. I'm all right. I'm not. I'm with protecting everybody, even the trustees and everybody. So I'm not going along with that.
So you say no?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I tell you, the lap dog. Andrew Holmes and what's the other guy's name? The dark-skinned gentleman. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. Andrew Holmes and the dark-skinned gentleman. They're both Henyard's lapdogs. They're going to go along with whatever she wants, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure she's protecting his disgusting ass from what happened during that Vegas trip. But hey, allegations. I don't know. But again, don't leave your wife around him.
Right.
Stanley Brown. That's his name. Stanley Brown. Those two in her pocket.
Moving on. Next is the mayor veto. So veto on veto override. Who would like to start with that?
I'll do that one. This one is the veto for the legislative council that the trustees have requested. So it was put up for a vote. It was vetoed, and this is the vote to override. So I'll make the motion to override the mayoral veto on legislative council.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. So of course I have discussion as it relates to that. So you guys speak about y'all saving money, don't want to spend things, and trying to make sure that the residents understand why y'all not giving certain things to them. But yet you guys approve legislative council, which is an attorney, for those that don't understand what we're talking about, attorney for the Board of Trustees. I am totally against that. I think it's a waste of money, a waste of time as it relates to government for the village of Dalton. Currently now, I've been in office for only 3 months. Well, I'm on my 4th month now, 4 months. There's no way that we should be at this point as it relates to legislative council. All it's going to take for us to do as adults is talk to each other, sit down. That's why I offered the.
Damn, 4 months and they got legislative council, bro. 4 months. Now, it makes you think. Now, obviously, we see who she is. We know Henyard is a shit show, right? But were they against her as well from the start? It just makes you think. It just makes you wonder. Obviously, again, she's a shit show. We can see that. But did they hate her from the jump? That's that. It just makes you. I have no idea, but it makes me think. It makes me think things. You know what I'm saying? And as you can tell now, they definitely got that lawyer, and they are now. You know, we're at the point where we are right now. FBI is taking their sweet time. Probably took a coffee break, took a few naps, but they are on the case, working on what's going to happen with Henyard. But it's just interesting to see that they were ready to get her the fuck out immediately. Nobody liked her from the start, except, of course, her Holmes and Stanley Brown. Love her so much. Oh, Henyard. I'm for protecting everybody. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's continue. Let's see what they're saying here. And she continues to have her little meltdown, but it's a lot more tame than how it is right now.
Retreat, offered different things before we got to this point of spending wasteful money, which the taxpayers will pay for. Currently now we have 2 attorneys, which is Delgado Law Firm and also Ansel and Glee. Both firms you guys have voted for and approved when I first came into office as mayor. So now all of a sudden, I guess you guys are not on the same page as relates to whatever with attorneys. So I'm asking the attorneys, and I've asked the board, what is it that the attorneys have not given you or spoken to you about? Because the only time you need legal representation is when you're not given something or something is wrong. Shantae is a woman, and she is a attorney here at the Village of Dawson, and she basically gives you guys whatever you want. Half the time when we speak to you, trustees, as it relates to agenda item or ordinance, you guys will come here to a board meeting. You'll say, we'll get back to you. She have emailed you guys on one particular item as it relates to an ordinance for 2 weeks, and you never responded. But you guys said here, oh, well, let me do some research or let me ask questions, but y'all never asked her anything. So I'm trying to understand, why is it that you need an attorney if you have her, if you have Jimmy, who's Delgado Law Firm? So,
because it's like the police investigating themselves. Like, oh yeah, we had an internal investigation and we came back and realized that the shooting, there was nothing wrong. There was no wrongdoing. Yeah, because you investigated yourself. No fucking shit. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to realize if they feel something is wrong, they're not going to go to your lawyer and be like, hey, the person that you represent every single day, we want to do something against her. That's not going to work. So, you know what I'm saying? It is kind of outrageous that 4 months in that they're looking for legislative counsel to represent them basically against her. That shows you that this administration, it was doomed from the very start. And maybe if she was a strong mayor or a strong leader, she could have turned things around, because, you know, you can always turn something around. But clearly that fell through the fucking floor. Strong leader points are at a -4 right now. She's struggling to get out the deficit, but I don't think she ever will. Maybe she could redeem those points with her daughter, be a strong leader with her, but not with the city.
I still think that this is wasteful spending. Say it again, this is all for the record. Clerk Key, the Board of Trustees do not need this. We are not at that stage of legislative council because they have attorneys that they do speak with. You had an attorney that helped with the TIF when you guys had questions concerning the TIF district. Jimmy was at your fingertips from till like 11 o'clock at night for any of you that had questions. So they are accessible, they are resourceful, and they have helped every one of you as it relates to any question that you ever did have when half the time you don't have any questions. Again, I challenge the trustees, like I stated before, how you pick out everything that y'all feel I'm not doing or that y'all not in agreement with, to make sure that y'all do your job, and that's legislate and make ordinances, make laws. That's what the attorney's for. They will help you create a law, and we will bring it to this body and we'll vote on it and discuss it. But you guys haven't been doing anything like that. So I'm trying to understand, once again, what is the need for legislative counsel, and what have they not done, meaning the village attorneys, for you that you feel you need this now?
Well, Mayor, if I can say respectfully, this point has been debated, it's been vetoed, and we're back here again. So in the spirit of, I mean, we can go back and look at those previous meetings for that discussion, but I would like to continue. I think we've been having a good flow to the meeting. So I have no further comment other than it's been discussed already.
All right.
In the most professional way, Mayor, let's just not talk about it because we're not trying to fight. Man, Mayor House for president. I almost said Mayor House for president. Trusty Mayor, Jesus, whoa, I'm going to leave this in the video. Trusty House for Mayor. There we go. Shout him out. I don't know what his motives are. He could be a piece of shit. He could be a lying, stealing piece of shit. But oh my God, so much more composed, so much more eloquent, so much more, just more everything, bro. I don't care if he's stealing. He's more put together than Henyard. Holy shit. He's going to get himself a nice fucking fade every 2 weeks for about $50. And that's going to come out of his pocket because he's not a piece of shit. I could guarantee you. It ain't going to be a Tiffany Henyard spending designer trips and fleets of police officers and all this crazy shit. I've seen it around. I've said it once. I'm going to say it again. I know he's probably going to run. Jason House for mayor, man. Shout him out. He couldn't have said it a better way. Like, Mayor, we're not finna argue about this. We said it before.
Anyone else?
Don't say nothing.
Okay,
Guys.
so
Don't say
everybody
nothing.
got their statements on the record. Now moving on to Mayor's report.
Well, Mayor, we still have to vote it.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Clerk Key, Colorado.
Sure. Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes,
No.
Trustee Brown,
Aye.
and Trustee House.
Aye.
The motion.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't want to get into her dumbass mayor report because it ain't nothing but bullshit and parties that she set up. Nothing but block parties. She feels like block parties are a fucking success. Like, bitch, figure something out, please. Please and thank you. Fine God. I will point one thing out to why I think House is the best candidate for mayor is because we have Edward Steve, who wants to be mayor as well, but Steve is emotional as well, just like Henyard. I'm not saying by any means they're the same person, but I'm saying I can feel that, the passion a little too much. When it comes to House, he knows how to compose himself. I've seen him in a lot of situations where Henyard is literally telling him some crazy shit, and he is just stone-faced, relaxed, calm, taking in the air, relaxing, while everybody else is kind of like, you can see they're just riled up. It's just like, I just want to fuck this bitch up. Like, we don't need that. House is good under pressure, and that's what you need in a leader. All the other things I feel like can come later. As long as you have a leader that cares about the city and is able to handle things under pressure, we're already 60% there. He might have some habits. Everybody has some habits. Politicians are pieces of shit by nature. But if you have somebody who at least cares about the city and is able to take care of shit in tight situations, we're good to go. Henyard proved herself that she cannot do that. She's a ball. She's a mess. She is a mess when it comes to anything controversial. But anyways, that's my vote. I can't vote for him as mayor, obviously. I wouldn't do that because it's for the residents. But shit, you guys tell me what you think about House as well. But anyways, folks, we're going to continue down this rabbit hole. There is a bunch of little crumbs and things that we're finding. So I'm going to keep going. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Love you guys. I'm out of here.